Let's move on to the next email today. And the next email today comes to us from Donovan, who writes, have you heard of the Star Wars themed adventure area called Galaxy's Edge that will be opening late spring and summer at Disneyland and Disney World, respectively? Dates were just announced, and I'm stoked. Do you think these release dates were strategically placed merely months before Star Wars 9's release? How big of an impact do you think these will have on box office? Boost to the $2 billion club? Okay, so for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, and hopefully most of you by now do, there is this new Star Wars land coming that they are referring to as Galaxy's Edge.
Dude.
Which I cannot wait. I have been waiting on renewing my Disney annual pass because... Look, there's no doubt about it. See, for those of you who don't know, here's the process you go through to get your Disney annual pass. You drive to Disneyland, if you're in my part of the world here, which is in Anaheim, California, about an hour drive from me. You go to Disneyland, and then you go into the park, and they have a bunch of these like huts. They're like huts. It's kind of cool. These huts set up. Now you go up and you say, I would like a Disney annual pass, please. And they say, beautiful. Please assume the position. And what you need to do is you need to drop your pants and bend over this log, and they ram you right up the dark tunnel with no lube, because the amount of money they charge you for an annual pass at this place is ungodly. It's ungodly. And you can quote me on that, right up the dark tunnel. It's obscene how much. And you know why they charge this type of obscene money for an annual pass? Because there are morons like me who will go and pay it because they're Star Wars land. They're charging not even the top tier one, Rob. Not even the top tier one is like $1,200 for one person for an annual pass. $1,200, and the top tier one is like mine. There's yours. The top tier one with like no blackout, like it's the supreme one, no blackout dates at all, free parking, blah, 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 blah. It's like $1,400 a person. And I'm starting to weep just thinking about how much money I got to pay for me and Ann to go get our annual passes. Is obscene.
Dude, everybody, what people don't know about Southern California is that everybody loves Disneyland.
Yeah.
Everybody. And you know, most of the people that I know have either annual passes and they're always going, you know, there are random moments that happen a couple times a week where my girlfriend Elizabeth will just pause. There'll be a lull in the conversation, or there'll be silence, or I'll be reading a book and she'll just say out of the corner of my ear, I'll hear her say, I want to go to Disneyland. Because we both have annual passes and we never go enough.
That happens all the time with me and Ann. It's the exact same thing. We would just be sitting around. It's like, want to go to Disneyland? Like, Ann would just say, let's go to Disneyland. I'm like, all right. And because we had annual passes. So away you go to Disneyland. And it's a great time.
And Star Wars Land, dude, I want to move there. I wish they would have built housing. I would have got a condo or something. I'd just move in and live. It looks incredible. It looks incredible.
As a guy, I've mentioned this before on the show, as a guy who is not a huge fan of Harry Potter, I am always in amazement when we go to Universal Studios Hollywood. We do have season passes to Universal Studios Hollywood because it's like a couple $100, and
right.
It's about 15-minute drive up the road from us. But even as somebody who's not a major Harry Potter fan, whenever we go to what do they call the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, or Potterland, I'm amazed. Like, I just feel like you walk into the world of Harry Potter, and I've always thought, oh my God, if they can even do half of a good job as they did with Harry Potter Land, the Wizarding World at Universal, and it's ridiculously huge. This Star Wars Land is ridiculously huge.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Now, as far as the question goes about, because by the way, they're opening Galaxy's Edge in California, Disneyland in May.
May 31st.
May 31st, and then it's opening in Florida at Disney World in August, I think late August. The question, did they strategically plan this opening, and was it to help boost the box office of Star Wars? To me, the answer to that, Rob, is yes and no. Yes, they strategically planned the opening to be close to the launching of Star Wars Episode 9, but I don't think it was for the benefit of the box office. I honestly don't think opening this Star Wars Land is going to benefit the box office of Star Wars 9 tremendously much. What I do think it's going to do is increase the interest in people going to Star Wars Land, or Galaxy's Edge as they call it. Because if they had just opened this world 5 years from now, in a vacuum of no Star Wars movies, there would still be a lot of excitement for it. Make no mistake about it. But now you've got the hype of Star Wars Episode 9 coming, combined with this world. So I think it's more for the benefit of Galaxy's Edge as opposed to the movie. Do you think it's the other way around, or how do you see that?
No, I think everyone, the hype is real. We will have seen the trailer by then, I'm sure. We'll know what the title of the film is. And the Star Wars hype machine is just gearing up. And this, I think, is a brilliant move. I mean, they've been planning this and they've been building this for quite some time now. It's been in the planning stages for years. And I just think it's a brilliant. So for 6 months in the lead up to the release of Episode 9, Galaxy's Edge is just kicking off marketing, not just for Episode 9, but for the entire franchise. I mean, your lovely wife works at Hasbro, and I've been meaning to hit her up because, people have been getting that Jabba's sail barge.
Yeah.
Kenner toy. That's people. It's arriving on people's doorsteps now, and I didn't pre-order one. But the hype is real, son, and I can't wait to go to this. Galaxy's Edge. There's a real Millennium Falcon there. You can go in it. I mean, come on. One of the rides is during the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. And then I saw they had reporters visiting it last week, and Nerdist did a story. They sent one of their correspondents there, and I mean, it looks amazing. I can't wait. I want, as I said, I want to live there. But I think the 6 months from the time it opens to the time of Episode 9, we're just going to be inundated with Star Wars everything, and I bring it on. I can't wait.
We're gonna get a number of days in a row where there's no John Campea show. I said, sorry guys, at Disneyland today.
Or we'll just live broadcast from Disneyland.
Or we can just live broadcast from Disneyland.